Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation. My name is Kimiya and I'm going to be talking about Project Spotlight, which is a interactive physical data visualization project on the topic of government-imposed internet shutdowns, and it's created by myself and supervised by Charles Perin. So a quick overview of the project. It was created as an interactive book. But for the purposes of this exhibition, each page is going to be printed individually and placed in cabinets for a better view. And as you can see, in the book, the viewer is presented with a UV flashlight in the very beginning, which they're going to use for the glow-in-the-dark features that we have in the book. They're going to see some text about internet shutdowns and human rights, and then we get to our first data visualization, which is a map of the internet freedom status in different countries around the world. And as soon as they start applying the UV flashlight, the glow-in-the-dark paint gets activated, and they can see what each color means. And this is what they will look like after. And this is how the page looked like before the light was applied. And the next one we're going to look at is this one, which is the number of unrest events in relation to the number of internet shutdowns that have happened in different countries. And as you can see in this video, when the viewer applies the UV light, the number of the little dots that are in each circle are gonna determine the number of internet shutdown events that have happened in that country. Right. And we use this for other purposes as well. For instance, we had this activity where we gave the viewer description of different countries in regards to internet shutdowns and asked them if they could match the country to the corresponding description. And once they did, they could then use the UV flashlight in order to check their answers, like you can see on the picture on the right. And we also use this in other activities. For instance, in this one, we presented them with the most common internet shutdown triggers and asked them if they could guess which trigger was the most common for each year. And they could pick which trigger they thought was the most common for each year and place them on the circles like so. And as you can see, once they place all of them, they can then use the flashlight to check their answers and also see the other common triggers for that year. We also use this to reveal text. For instance, for this one, we had some stories from people who have experienced internet shutdowns, but some of the words are missing, and the viewer has to use their flashlight in order to reveal this text and read the full story. And that's it for me for this presentation, and thank you so much for watching.